Las
Miners from
Vegas.
Winsboro. How y'all doing?
We go.
Good morning, Miner. Good morning, Dexter.
Good morning, everybody. DAC Minor. Sorry to bump heads with you, brother. But good morning from Las Vegas. It's 74 degrees. Going to be 74 today. So all you guys out there freezing, I'm going to send you some warmth. There
Thank
you
you.
go.
Taking it,
Thank
receiving it.
you,
Thank
Dexter.
you.
I need that.
We needed it. We needed it. We needed it. Good morning, guys. Alrighty, well, I'm going to jump right into it today. I love these huddles and how they've been because we get in, we get motivated, we get a little bit educated, and we get pumped up and get on our way. So I love this. We start with the beliefs, right? We're all here. This hit my mind this morning. We all are making our way in this. And there's many the ultimate provide for ourselves and our aspirations and our families, right? And there's many ways that we can go about doing that in this world. There's so many ways that we can, if we want to serve others, a part of our careers, or just making as much money as we can. There's so many goals and things that play a part in our careers, right? And just our wants as people. But to be a part of DAC means something a little bit more on that totem. um, we're here to make a difference in a market where business owners, unfortunately, most are breaking even or losing money, right? So we're here to not only provide for ourselves and provide a service which exists out there, but to provide a service for a market that's in massive need right now. And there's many different ways that market can be served, right? There's people out there doing what we do in unhonest ways and ways just to get to that goal of like I said, financial freedom for themselves at any cost, right? So there's so much to think about when it says I'm a part of DAC, right? That we're here to serve a market that has a massive need, and we're also here to do it in a way that's actually making not only an impact on the business owners but the market itself, right? We're here to bring an honest, open, transparent shoulder to lean on if and when your business and you as a business owner occur, a specific situation, right? So with what Cheryl mentioned this morning, that business owner, without her reaching out, without this platform, without her building trust with him, right, to know that he's going to be taken care of in an open and honest way, all those things don't happen if she's not living this service, the servant mentality and the way that we operate within DAC, and then DAC coming through and delivering on what we have. So keep that in mind, guys. We're here to obviously serve this market, but here to do it in the DAC way. And everyone who's here, everyone who speaks every day, you hear it in their voice, right? So I love that about this company, and I'd say that that is our competitive advantage. At the end of the day, there's so much that we can deliver on, but our competitive advantage is us, right? Us as a unit. So moving right into the funding story of the day. Beautiful story today. I actually got an update on it right before we jumped on. But today's funding story is an equipment rental company out of Kansas. The broker on this is Aaron Childress. Congrats, Aaron. Great work. I can see that this file's got a lot to it. So great work on the prior work as well, Aaron. This client has two business. One's a sportsman outdoor equipment dealership, and the second is an equipment rental company. His revenue is great. However, the credit is marginal at best. We funded one of his locations 4 different times already since January of last year, or I'm sorry, of 2024. Each time was for about 50,000. He received an additional 50,000 on the first location as a renewal, and he's now needing some additional working capital to get him through a little bit of a tough stretch. So we're funding his second location. It was submitted on Friday afternoon, and it was funded this morning. 95,000 flex rate, 12-month deal. So Friday to Monday morning, I mean, it literally doesn't get better than that. The banks aren't operating Saturday and Sunday. So to have that deal come in late Friday afternoon, get all the paperwork, and then fund out Monday morning, I mean, that's phenomenal. That's exactly what we would hope for if we get an application in Friday afternoon, and the owner got to see that. So great work, Bank Breezy team, everyone involved on that. Aaron, great job. This is, the multiple of funding on this client. So clearly it was a great relationship and much needed. So great work out to that. But I'm going to jump right into the play for the day, and that is audit your actions. I titled today, Audit Your Actions. I know we have a large, group, different of all different, walks in this business on this call, right? We have some people who are fairly new, some people who've been doing this for over 5 years, over 6 years, 7 years. So I understand that there's a wide range of people here today, but I thought that it's always crucial and beneficial to audit ourselves, whatever we do, right? So, um, whether we're texting clients, emailing, calling them, canvassing in person, doing social posts, going to local networking events and group events. These are all ways in which we are operating in this business, right? Aiming to serve clients. But are you aware of your actual flow and what we're doing daily? Sometimes it might be sporadic. Sometimes we might let go of certain things. So, are you aware of what you're doing from Monday to Sunday, right? That weekly activity. And to be honest, your output, it tells the truth, not in a negative way. Like, if you don't do anything, you're not going to get it, but it does help you to see where you're at in a data way, right? In a way to really look at how much I'm doing in this area. And if I'm getting something out of it, then I should do more of it. Or I can see how doing this much effort will get me, 10 more business owner relationships, right? So if I see one way that's doing this and one way that's not, or something I'm not doing at all, it's great to know what our actual flow from Monday to Sunday is. All right. Um, Now, let's say, I want to get a client funded, yet I'm sending out very vague emails, right? Well, maybe that's not a very effective way to get a hold of a business owner. So you might want to audit that action and change it or replace it or improve it. I want to, build a team, but in reality, I'm just onboarding these people and I'm not inviting them to the daily huddles and I'm not reaching out to them with, some weekly goals or some activity goals that they can really be accountable to, right? These are just things to say I'm doing this, but am I really, driving the ball home, or am I doing something that could be improved a little more? So these are improvement audits, right? So now here comes in the DAC culture side of it, right? So these are things to ask yourself. Like I just mentioned, are you being a part of the DAC culture way, right? Is it honest? Is my message clear? Is it helpful? Does it come off as helpful? Is it me? Does it sound like me authentically? Does it sound like DAC? Are my alignments, or is everything that I have aligned together, right? Alignment is when your goals, your message, and your actions are all saying the same thing. They're all doing the same thing. So keep that in mind. I'm going to move into right into the play of the day, which is simply to just take 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, audit your weekly actions and ask yourself, um, what am I doing? How could that improve? Am I shooting? What am I shooting for? And are those actions and messages and the messaging within that supporting that, right? So what am I doing? How much am I doing of it? What is my intention? What am I shooting for? And are my actions and my messaging supporting that? Okay, guys. We can all do this. Like I said, if this is your first day, it's a great time to start, right? Because you're auditing the beginning, right? So there's always things to be improved and looked at in the beginning. But even if you've been doing this for as long as people like Matt Dehame or Cheryl, this there's always room to see if something's working. How can we make it better? If we're not doing something, is it worth looking at, right? And I love to end my huddles with a quote. So this quote I chose today was by Alice Walker, and it is, "Look closely at the present you are constructing. It should look a lot like the future you are dreaming," right? Look closely at the present that you are constructing. It should look a lot like the future you are dreaming, guys. That's what I have for the huddle today. We're going to break. Ready? Break. And we're going to go to you guys now. Anything that you want to share or mention, any questions you may have before we get this wrapped up. But I really want to encourage you guys to just hold that with you. Everyone on this call, everyone that's a part of DAC operates with a different transparency than everyone else, and that you can tell it just from hearing somebody speak in their hearts, right? So keep that in mind as we move throughout this week, guys. Remember that it's always an appropriate time to give ourselves a little bit of an audit, see what we can do more, see what we can do less if that is necessary, and just keep moving forward and remember why we're here. And it speaks, guys. It speaks, and all the stories you hear, it speaks, right? We hear it every day. So I'm gonna move to you guys. See some great chats here. We got Precious with their hand up. Go ahead, Precious.
Thank you so much, McGuire, for a wonderful huddle. Auditing my actions. I learned to do that coming to these huddles just by
I love
listening.
it.
And it's and by me doing that, it's creating momentum and different things in me so that I can go out and do the best work of sharing with business owners what I have to offer. So thank you so much for always being the best part of my day. I love these huddles.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for always having such a great attitude and coming on here and sharing every day. It takes it takes courage to even share, and it takes love in your heart to always spread kind words. So I appreciate you, and that's true. We're auditing every day. We're here, right? Every day. This is just a focused audit, if you will, right? It's a new message. It's a new play, new outlook every day. And today's play is just to simply audit that, right? Some people, think it's if you run hard enough and you push hard enough, you'll get there. And sometimes you say, well, if you move out of the way of that cone, you'll actually get there a lot faster, right? If you make a move around that and do something else or change your approach, right? It may help things significantly. So I appreciate those kind words, Precious. I couldn't agree more. Love to hear from you as always. We got Robert. Go ahead, Robert.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Good, good.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been kind of do the Google search and hitting businesses around me and pulling their name and email address. And then I came across this app that's actually do it for me, but I have to actually go into it. So I drop a link in the message right here. If y'all want to try it out, it's like you just go to it and you click the city and you type in what you want, roofing or construction, and then it give you a list of the people, companies around you, the name of them, their email address, and their phone number. It just helped me out a lot and saved me some time.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see what it has, on Google Maps. I mean, maybe it's an engine, but we'll give a look into it. I appreciate the recommendation and the kind words. Appreciate it, Robert. Jose, what do you got, Jose?
Good morning, everybody. On the direct Bank Breezy for the Spanish, is it Bank Breezy slash capital ES or small ES slash
Right now,
your
it's
ID?
the Bank Breezy sites. So it's bankbreezy.com, right? So bankbreezy.com //ES / your ID number.
Okay, is that ES capital or small, or it doesn't matter?
Lowercase. Yep, lowercase is fine.
Okay, thank you.
You got it. No problem, Jose. Dexter, my man, what's going on?
I came up pretty quick. This thing on?
Oh yeah, we're live and jiving, baby.
All right, cool. I'm gonna try to be really brief.